Hello everyone, welcome back to My Wife Plays Kingdom Hearts, and today, Chain of Memories Tormented her.
Yippee.
What'd you think of the story?
Thought it was good.
A lot of fun. And the gameplay?
Yikes.
Yeah. It's fun, it's bad. We'll get into it. We'll get all the thoughts, feelings, and opinions out. Hit the like button and subscribe, as these videos take tons of time to make, but I would appreciate it if you did that and just followed the series. There's going to be one every single month. This time there's webcam footage. Yay! It's going to make it more entertaining.
This is what I look like.
But anyways, into the video. So this is your second time hearing the Utada Hikaru song.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think about it the second time?
I thought it was fun. It was nice to have a recap of the story, so that way it wasn't not that it had been long since I played it.
It hadn't been too long. Did you recognize the girl drawing?
Not a clue.
Yeah.
Don't know who that is.
Just get this random shot of little girl sketching.
Yeah.
And she's very good at it.
Sort of good at it. You get the idea, and then it fades into the actual castle, and you're like, I see the vision, but before you're like, what?
You're like, huh? When Sora, Donald, and Goofy first walk into the castle, what happens to their abilities?
They go to 0.
They do.
They get nerfed, which is the game being like, oh,
You can't be level 50.
you can't be level 50 or whatever you were before.
Yeah. What did the man in the hooded coat, what did he say about losing their abilities? Specifically, there was a mantra to find.
Oh yeah, he
is
said
to
lose is to gain and to gain is to lose, or vice versa. Same
Something along
difference.
those lines.
So in order to progress, you have to lose something, but you're going to gain something even greater. That's
In
still
return. Yeah, something along those
remains to be
lines.
seen.
Okay, so you go into Traverse Town and you're
Yeah.
being taught by the man in the hooded coat.
Traverse Town.
You start doing some card gameplay. What were your initial thoughts on the card gameplay?
It didn't seem to affect the gameplay too much.
Yeah.
It just seemed like, okay, it's just another level of strategy to add to the game.
Donald and Goofy are lost in battle
Yeah.
unless you pick up their cards. What are your thoughts on this? Is this an interesting way to keep them in the game without kicking them out?
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, it makes sense using them as kind of an extra strong
Yeah.
power-up.
Okay, so experience isn't gained just by defeating enemies. It's gained by picking up pellets they drop.
I think it makes more fun. It makes me more motivated to pick the stuff up. Also, thank goodness that you don't have to be on top of everything.
Yes.
Like in Kingdom Hearts 1. I was like, why do I have to literally be on top of it for me to get it?
Do you like being able to choose how to level up in the game?
I do. I think it adds a level of do you want strategy? Also it kind of,
What do you prioritize?
yeah, it takes the place of the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 1 where it's do you want to be defense or do you want to be magic or do you want to be attack? Yeah, it just gives you the option to do it all if you want to be a jack of all trades. Fully crack out my health bar so that way I don't die.
Who from memory did you meet in
I
Traverse?
think his name was Leon?
Got Leon, a 14-year-old.
Aerith.
Aerith.
No, begins with an A. I can never remember her name.
That's
though.
fair. Do you like the theme of memory in this game?
Yes, it's been very interesting thus far.
Oh, why do you think people are familiar with Sora, but they seem to have forgotten about him at the same time?
Because it's in Sora's brain.
Yeah.
Sora knows them, so he's like, well, of course you know me. Duh. But they're not really the people he met.
Sora's subconscious projecting.
Almost speaking through people he met in the past.
Yeah, for sure. Kingdom Hearts is always a game about finding your friends. This game is about finding your friends in a castle, jumping back through the worlds of the first game, and getting a new story with memories at the center. Have you enjoyed this concept so far as presented in Traverse Town?
But yeah, it makes sense. And it's also you remember things differently than they actually happen, so it makes sense that the quests are different.
Yeah.
Because it's how...
The plot of the world isn't exactly the same.
Yeah, it's how Sora's remembering it.
Before you leave the world, Aerith gives Sora a warning. Do you remember what that warning was?
I do. Just let it load for a second. I think she basically says not everything you see actually happens.
Right.
We aren't actually who you met, so
Yeah.
be careful about who you trust because you don't know
Yeah.
if it's actually them or not.
So what are your thoughts on Axel? Did you enjoy his energy?
I enjoyed his energy, but also he gives serious dirtbag F-boy energy.
A little bit.
Yeah, it's you're a cool character. I would not want to be friends with you in real life.
Was the fight with Axel hard? How did the combat feel?
Again, combat felt normal. I didn't think he was too hard. I think I beat him first try, if
I
not
think he did
second
too.
try.
I think he definitely got some good hits on you. And I think that was one of the first times you're like, oh, I have to think a little more.
Yeah. Kicked my butt into gear.
So Axel tells Sora he's forgotten something.
Could literally be anything, but I'm pretty sure it's the whole Hollow Bastion thing, because Goofy brings it up and it's like...
they forgot Hollow Bastion.
We fought in this castle. What's it called? And they're like, Goofy, you're crazy. Yeah. It's like they're gaslighting him, but they genuinely don't remember. At the time, I thought he forgot Kairi.
So Riku wakes up after the events of Kingdom Hearts 1 in a place between light and darkness, laying out the struggle Riku will face between choosing light and once again accepting darkness. What do you enjoy about Riku's story so far?
I like a classic was bad is now good story. Like, was very much on the wrong path, found the right path, and is now fighting with everything in their power to not go back to the dark path.
Okay. Do you find it interesting that he has to face his past in order to potentially move forward? Not only physically through the castle, but with his life.
That's almost like what therapy is.
Yes.
That's almost like what people have to do in real life in order to get past their trauma or their darker self. Because in order to move forward, you have to acknowledge that what you did happened. You can't deny what you did. You have to face it and move past it.
What does Riku find in Hollow Bastion? And or what does he not find?
Doesn't find anyone except a Maleficent and some Heartless.
So it's like completely counter to Sora's story, where Sora goes and meets all the same people, has a lot of the same experiences, but again, this time he... you're in Riku's shoes and he sees nobody, and it's like you see like, oh, he was lonely then, but he still chose the bad.
I think it was funny. I was like, this was my old room. And he's like, yeah, you gave up everything, but at least you had a cool room.
At least your room was cool.
At least you had a nice room. Is that the reason Riku only sees the Heartless and the bad things is because that was probably like the only thing he was focused on.
Yeah, exactly.
He was giving into the darkness.
Riku decides to take on the darkness, but also his own darkness in each world, starting with Maleficent and Hollow Bastion. Do you think the idea of him going through each world, is that a cool concept?
Yeah, I think it's really cool. And again, it's definitely different from Sora's, which makes it nice, makes it a little more fresh. And it's just a cool quest. I love a good redemption arc.
Ansem reveals himself to Riku and tries to get him to come back by gaslighting him. What are your thoughts on Riku's added fighting abilities?
I think it's cool. It makes fighting big bosses a little simpler.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
Instead of having like a ton of slides and constantly adjusting your deck, it's like, well, no, occasionally you'll pull the same card, and then you just have to do this little duel. So Ansem encourages Riku to go through the castle and face all of the worlds. He also gives Riku a dark gift. Do you like the idea of being able to use some of Riku's like dark powers, even if you're like, ooh, that might not be the best choice for him?
But it is a little confusing. Like, if he's trying to avoid the darkness, why is there a mechanic where he's darkness Riku?
I think from a story perspective, not only did they think, well, this could be interesting gameplay, I think they also were like, Riku's trying to conquer his darkness, but Ansem just kind of reawakened the little bit of darkness he hadn't gotten rid of.
You know, I get it. I'm excited to like try it out, but I feel like it would have been more interesting to have like you can't let the darkness get too big, otherwise it'll start to damage you or something.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that would have been a game mechanic or something that would have tied into the story more.
That's fair, but let's also see where the story goes.
I was gonna say.
We're very
Unless
early.
it's like a Jedi Force thing where like the Grey Knights, they use both light and dark. Which, if it's something like that, I can get behind that.
So the two new members of what you're calling the X organization are kind of like, there's some weird smells in the basement.
There's a funky smell in the basement.
Yeah, one of them was Maleficent, which is weird because not only is she gone in general, and he's like, there was another scent. He didn't smell Riku. And you're like, I wonder what that was, why he didn't just say it was Riku. He smelled Ansem. He could tell that Ansem was there, and he's like, and Ansem is gone.
It was cool to see more X members, ones that aren't a part of the crew. Also, it must be a requirement that you have to have, each member has to have a different color hair.
So why would Ansem smell similar to other individuals referenced as the superior? One of the guys, he said, there was another scent, and he smells like the Superior. Referencing Ansem.
Ansem was probably a part of this organization, is my guess. Or maybe he's related to said Superior. We know Ansem was some sort of scientist dude. It wouldn't surprise me if maybe this organization would, like, just study things and whatnot, and Ansem got a little in over his head, and he kind of broke rank from them.
Alright.
Or maybe the Superior put him up to it, or could be a darkness thing. Could be. There's a lot of theories that I don't have enough information to, like, pin any of them down.
It's the smell of darkness.
You can smell darkness.
Just because darkness holds you, don't let go of who you are.
Is it concerning that the gang forgot about Hollow Bastion?
Yes, very. This happened like 2 weeks ago, you said, right?
Yeah, like from the end of Kingdom Hearts 1 up until they walk into this castle, it's less than 2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, it seems like they're starting with short-term memory loss. Yeah,
Element
they're
going
not
on.
remembering a lot here, so I'm curious
Yes.
to see how the remembering of the losing comes into play.
You made a comment about the deal Cloud made with Hades. What was that deal?
I was like, oh shoot, wasn't that exactly what he said from the last game? Clearly many people are forgetting things. It's a form of Sora's, like, brain being like, I'm forgetting things. This is a problem.
You also mentioned Sora seems to remember events from the previous games incorrectly, but in a way that allows for new takes on the same world. Did you enjoy this?
I did, yeah. It's believable for the Castle Oblivion shtick without being repetitive.
Cloud wants to permanently off Hercules, and Sora doesn't take too kindly to that. How did you feel in the fight with Cloud? Was it tough?
Again, I don't think so.
I think you did in one try.
One or two times.
Hades kind of comes out of nowhere and murks Hercules. Did Hades have difficult movesets?
He didn't have difficult movesets, but I didn't realize that fire healed him.
Yep, you had fire in
So
your
it
deck.
took me a couple tries there. Because I kept fumbling. I'm like, okay, so I can't use fire, so I need to reload my cards. So it was... Once we switched out the fire, it made it a lot easier because it was one less thing to have to think about.
Do you like what Sora said about small things making you remember things that you forgot?
Yeah, absolutely. I think everything they've said about memory has been sort of true to life.
Is the rate at which characters forget things in this game concerning?
Yes. And no. Like, it's concerning because they're going to forget things, and clearly they are forgetting things, but they haven't forgotten the important stuff yet.
Right.
So, concerning, don't know how concerned I need to be just yet.
That's fair.
Yeah, that was Goofy just being like, I'm not lying. I do in fact remember this. This actually happened. But yeah, again, true to life, because I feel like I've had memories where I'm like, okay, I know this happened, but did that happen?
The way I remember it?
Did that happen where it happened?
Yeah.
Like,
Is it a good idea to lose your memories intentionally in order to potentially remember something important to you that you just forgot?
so if I felt like something's missing, like something, if I felt like I was forgetting something and something important was missing, then yeah.
Did you like that Sora remembered Donald smacking him with his wand?
Yeah. Okay, so you remember that. We can't remember this where we fought this big, huge, pivotal battle, but you can remember the fact that I cracked you over the head with my staff.
Of course. Why wouldn't you forget? You chose to go into the Monstro world. In the boss fight, you used the dual feature a few times. Did you enjoy the damage that this feature does?
Yes, the damage is very satisfying.
Yes. Does this work well against normal enemies as well?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. And yeah, I mean, there's different types. Like against bosses, you might do a stronger attack. Against Spartans, you might do.
Yeah, and whether or not you're in darkness mode too.
Yeah, that affects how powerful things are. Zexion identifies the scent as Riku and wonders why he's here. What did Vexen tell him?
Well, he was like, no duh, he's here. His counterpart Sora's here.
Yeah,
Basically. Not those words exactly, but...
But pretty much, yeah. So like if, well, Sora's here and then Zexion was like, huh? He seemed pretty surprised. He's like, yeah, Sora's here. In Wonderland, what did you have to do to clear out the vines on the doors?
You had to hit the purple flowers.
The Queen of Hearts had her memory stolen. If Alice didn't steal it, who did?
Probably a Heartless, or it's just another manifestation of Sora's consciousness being like, hey, pieces of us are being ripped apart here.
If Sora is the one creating these situations with his subconscious, then why would he have created a situation where memories were stolen from someone?
Because his memories are being stolen.
Right. You think so? You think they're being stolen, or do you think he's conveniently forgetting?
I think they're being stolen.
Mm-hmm.
I think it has deeper implications, because again, this is not actually Wonderland. This is what Sora remembers of Wonderland.
Yeah.
So I don't think... Because again, similar to Olympus, he walks in on a trial, just like in Kingdom Hearts 1, but it's not the same trial.
Definitely, yeah. Did you enjoy whooping the queen's deck of cards with your deck of cards?
Yeah, that was fun. I was like, that's ironic. I'm fighting cards with cards.
Yeah, I'm glad you did have that thought, because you're like, oh, this is weird. Mm-hmm. And they use cards, and they are cards.
That feels like slavery to me.
Okay, so you fought Trickmaster again, the paper mache
Frick
guy.
that guy.
So,
Frick that guy.
how did it go?
It did not go great.
Okay, so
Homeboy kept pulling out so many high cards.
Yeah, I did think for a fight this early in the game, on easy mode, I told her, do not play on anything over easy mode. This game isn't worth it. Do you remember what you said to me when you died a couple times and you said something to me?
I said, remember at the beginning of this game when I said, oh, it's not that hard. It just adds another layer of strategy.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
And the game brings up the idea of false memories. So do you think false memories will be tied into the narrative at some point?
Oh, probably, yeah. I mean, this is just coming to me now, but the two girls, Kairi, we know the one, and the girl who's like, do I know that girl?
Mm-hmm.
I think they could be switched out, but they could be using this blonde girl to... All Sora's memories with Kairi could be replaced with this blonde girl in order to access something.
Okay.
Or to get information from Sora.
I see. All right. That's a good theory.
That's a theory.
That's a theory. All right. What else do I have? So, Sora and the gang, they're still not convinced they didn't forget anything when they left that last world.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they're still forgetting things?
Probably. Don't know what they are, but they're probably forgetting things.
How did he remember Kairi specifically?
Because of her lucky charm, and he promised to give it back, and he
Yeah.
was like, I won't forget that promise.
Okay, so we're introduced to Larxene when you go up to the 4th floor.
Terrible name.
There are lore reasons for why names are dumb.
Very snooty, very bad girl
Oh
energy.
my gosh, she's so snooty.
She's like lording Axel's fascination with Sora over him.
It's like they don't seem to trust each other the way they should.
Yeah, but they're the same part of the same organization, which she mentioned an organization, which
Yes.
I don't know what this organization is, but I think they're the ones behind Possible Oblivion. They're the ones trying to farm Sora's memories to get information out of him.
When Vexen says he's allied with someone like Ansem, but not Ansem, what do you think he means?
I think this whole organization is people who ride the line between light and dark. I think they're the Grey Knights of this universe. He said, "Oh, you're just like us," or something like that. He mentioned Ansem being like them, and so it was like,
Like the superior. Yeah, so he said these people are not of darkness nor of light.
they're using the light and the dark, or they use neither, or they use both, but they're in between, and they know how to use the balance to their advantage.
Vexen fights Riku, and this fight was a little bit tougher for you. How did you end up beating him?
I got into the darkness mode right away, which helped. One is a smashing attack, the other one is a fireball, essentially.
And you, like you said already, the duels are more powerful when you're in darkness mode.
I was just pressing buttons.
You were just pressing buttons. Sora, Donald, and Goofy didn't recognize that they were inside Monstro. They now have forgotten locations that they visited. Is this concerning that they can't recognize places they've been while they're looking at the place itself?
Yeah, what do you mean you don't know where you are? You're in the belly of a whale. I feel like
very memorable.
that'd be a very memorable thing.
Yeah.
Place to be.
Okay, so you used the Moogle shop for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like the idea of being able to purchase more powerful spells and attacks?
It seemed like when you bought the pack that you scroll over and I was hitting X, which I guess just exited out.
Yeah.
But I thought that was you choosing which one from the pack that you wanted.
Yeah, it was just letting you look at all the ones
But
you got.
it's just no, here's all the ones you got, which I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Definitely made fights moving forward easy.
Can you relate to Geppetto at all in regards to sticking through cruddy situations as long as you're with the people that are most important to you?
Yeah, absolutely. Throw back to 2020. It doesn't matter what you're doing as long as you're with the right people.
Okay, so you fought that like Cage Heartless guy again from the first game.
Yep.
How was this fight mixed with card gameplay?
It wasn't too hard. I think the cards I got from the Moogle shop helped. Definitely not as hard as the Wonderland fight. Don't know what happened there.
Yeah.
The Mickey card made the platform rise.
Yeah.
That definitely helped the second time.
Every single boss fight has a Mickey card, and they all change the battle in a very helpful way. Yeah. Most of the time to keep you from
I don't
getting
think I
pummeled.
remember the one from Olympus.
Maybe Hades didn't have one, but I said all, but most.
Okay.
Most of them
That makes
do.
sense. I don't remember how.
Yeah. Okay. Pinocchio had a plan to cause a ruckus in the stomach of Monstro to get him and Geppetto to be spat out.
Yeah.
Did you find this segment of fighting all the Heartless in the stomach mildly annoying, or was it kind of fun?
It was fun. It was easy. I was done in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, less than that. You had a 2-minute timer, and you probably did it in 40 seconds or something.
Yeah, I just
It'll be
like
on the screen.
beating the crap out of these people. I was like, oh, this is a nice refresher from like the strategy and like
Yeah.
thinking hard about the bosses. You're like, I can just swing my sword and shoot my fire.
You helped Geppetto and Pinocchio escape.
Yep.
Jiminy Cricket misses Pinocchio, but he's happy to have helped them. These themes can be reflected slightly in Sora and Riku's journeys, knowing that Kairi is like back home safe. He's already...
Sora seems to be kind of going through like, I don't want to say identity crisis, but a memory crisis where he's like, wait, there was another best friend in the friend group that I just forgot about.
Sora seems to remember this girl more and more as time goes on. The group seems to question why they never had heard of her before. Is it plausible that Sora could have forgotten a person from his childhood who, like, thinking back to your own childhoods, you would think, like, how would I forget someone who would have been core to your childhood, if that makes sense?
I think this girl's the important thing that Sora forgot.
Yeah.
So he's forgetting everything else but starting to remember this girl. I think she had something to do with this organization. Maybe they're holding her captive. Maybe she's... I don't know if she's a Keyblade master, but she's tied to this somehow.
This whole story.
She's tied to the whole story and adventure somehow. Because clearly she remembers all them because we saw her drawing
Yeah.
herself with Riku, Kairi,
Absolutely,
and
yeah.
Sora.
That's her. Zexion and Lexaeus are uncomfortable with Marluxia's plan. Kind of just are up to their own thing.
Yeah.
What do you get from those two?
Zexion seems to be the younger one, like probably lower in rank. Lexaeus, is that the other one?
Yeah.
He seems to be more of the brains of the operation versus Zexion being like uber sensitive to like smelling the darkness or whatever.
Yeah.
And the other guy seems to be like superior to him. He's a big thinker. He's
Okay.
a superior.
Got
All
it.
the ideas are run by him.
Okay.
Versus Zexion, who's kind of the scout, who's smart and gathers the information, does the research,
Got it.
and then brings everything to him.
Okay. Entering Halloween Town, you are greeted by Jack Skellington. Did you think it was fun that he was going out of his way to scare/spook Donald?
Yeah, I thought it was fun. Yeah, I was like, oh, look at him embracing his role as Pumpkin King now.
The Doctor brings up true memories that people forget. What were your thoughts on the concept of true memories?
It makes sense. It ties into the theme of you have to lose things in order to remember things.
Yeah, it does.
So you have to essentially forget all the frivolous stuff in order to remember the truth. Like the truth of what actually happened.
Sally's afraid someone will drink the potion. And what does Oogie Boogie do to her immediately?
Body slams her,
Bodies her.
and then he's like, yeah, I'm gonna drink the
I'm gonna
potion.
drink it.
Not right here though. You have to chase me first.
You have to
which
chase me to the
I'll
third
move.
room. How was your rematch with Oogie Boogie? Start there.
It's pretty easy. Same general concept, just a little bit easier because it wasn't like a round circle. It was just like 3 slot machine looking things.
Yeah.
So it was easy.
Do you find it noble that Sora wants to remember his true memories on his own and not with the help of anyone else?
Yeah. He doesn't want to take performance enhancing drugs.
He really doesn't.
He also saw what happened with Oogie Boogie and was probably like, that's maybe not the best idea.
Do you agree with Jack about fear and doubt playing part in pushing Sora to better himself?
The doubt and the fear of failure that pushes you to be better.
Sora remembers more about the girl in white, but not her name. What did he remember about her?
He remembered that she was a really good artist. She remembered it. I think he remembered that she was blonde.
Yep.
That she would sometimes draw each other, like draw Riku and Kairi and
Yeah. She's
Sora.
just a quiet girl.
And that Riku and Sora used to fight over who she would get to draw next. And then one day she just disappeared. They didn't really know why. He remembers being told why, but not fully understanding it, and being sad and crying when she wasn't there.
Yeah.
And he says that the adults probably knew what happened, but then they weren't honest with them, or maybe they didn't know themselves. I still have questions about that.
But yeah,
maybe this random girl didn't know.
Yeah.
Where, or wasn't a part of that memory, so it was easier for her to be forgotten. Or maybe they were made to forget. Who knows? Again, still have questions, suspicions about that.
Yes, you do. Axel is going to let Larxene test Sora. Axel seemed concerned she would break him. Think she might have been a harder fight?
Not gonna lie, I was just focused on doing the next world, so I didn't even think, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to fight her at some point.
You're just like, I just gotta use the word.
I did want to punch her in the face, though.
Absolutely. What are the organization planning?
They're planning like an uprising or like a coup to like overthrow and take over this organization. But it seems like Axel knows about it.
Yes.
And Larxene is in on the coup. Like, she wants to take over the organization. But Axel is like a double agent here. All right.
Yes, he did.
Maybe you should have been more quiet about this whole uprising thing. Like, insinuating that he was either going to tell or overthrow her. Like, I think he was probably fishing for information.
Riku encounters Riku Replica. And even though he knows he's a fake, he thinks he's better than you. Is he better than you?
No, he's just a Lulu. He was all like, oh, I fully embraced the darkness, therefore I'm better.
That makes me better.
Brother, you were born yesterday. Calm down.
Oh, yeah. How was that fight against him?
Pretty easy. I think I did it in like 1 or 2 tries.
Pretty sure you just demolished him with a bunch of slights, if I had to guess.
Yeah, that sounds like something I'd do.
So Riku Replica continues to taunt even though he lost. What are your thoughts on Riku, real Riku, at this point in the story?
I mean, I think he's on the right path. He just needs to keep going up them stairs.
Do you think Riku will join with Ansem again?
No, I think they'll have another face-off, if anything.
The world does bring up losing people being a negative thing, and Sora tells Aladdin, is like, yeah, just because you lose someone doesn't mean you won't ever like see them again.
Could be talking about anyone that Sora cares about.
But I mean, I guess the intention is it's about the girl in the white. Okay, so in this world, you used your first Joker card in your playthrough. Did you like what it does?
Yep.
And what does it do?
It basically takes the place of any ridiculous number of cards. So, like, I needed 30 green card, or
30, yeah, you know.
Total of 30 value green card, and those are the good cards. And you were like, use that. It clears it for you, and it's like.
And you had 4 of them, so it's.
I had 4 of them, so I got 3 more to use, which is good to know.
You beat the first batch of worlds. What's your opinion so far on the gameplay, just overall?
Tricky, but not as tricky as I thought it would be.
Larxene is waiting to greet Sora. Or since you ran out of worlds, she's here to test you. After quipping and pissing off Sora, what does Sora finally remember?
Her name.
Nominate.
Well, it's about time. That's right. Nominate.
Nominate. I think it's pretty. I think it fits the vibe of, you know, Sora, Kairi, Riku, Axel. I don't remember the name of the third dude.
Vexen.
There's an X in every name.
There is an X in every name.
There's an X in every name. Okay, number 1. Either Larxene is trying to distract, what's his bucket? Sora, from the fact that he cares about Kairi, like almost weirdly replacing Kairi with Naminé. Because I find it concerning that he forgets this thing, because he's like, the one thing he's like, as long as I have this, I'll be good. And what does he do? He goes ahead and drops the thing that he said he wouldn't drop. To be fair, he was kind of drop kicked so that he dropped it. The faces are gone. It's just a plain star now.
It's completely different. Yeah.
It's completely different.
Okay, Larxene threatens to destroy the charm and Sora gets angry.
He gets pissed.
Now you properly fight Larxene. How did that fight go for you?
Pretty well. He saved me there because he had me level up with some slights, and that made it pretty easy.
Yes, you had Blitz and Strike Raid were the ones you had in your deck.
Yes.
Strike Raid, she used it immediately and knocked Larxene out. That's really good to know. Doesn't do a lot of damage, knocks a boss out.
It
So-
stuns him for a second, so you can then load another one. There was a moment where I was like, oh, I need to heal. I need to make sure I don't die here. Just remembered his long-lost friend's name and discovers that they're in trouble. Have something so precious, but you could lose it. I'm concerned that he also is forgetting about Riku and Kairi.
What are your thoughts on Lark's scene at the present time?
I want to punch her. I did, but Audrey, wants to punch her. Because also she comes back from the fight and is like, I let him win. And Axel's like, no, you didn't. And the other guy comes in and is like, no, you didn't. I came to fix this.
No.
And she's like, all pissed about it. And it's like, yeah.
Yeah, they set Vexen up to be the next big boss. What are your thoughts on Vexen, the scientist?
He looks like a major dirtbag. He's got an annoying voice. He's like the weird, like, oh, princess voice.
Princess! So at the very end, Riku enters the room with our villains, wearing his dark suit attire. Do you think Riku is going to be evil again?
I don't think he'd be evil again unless he was brainwashed. It would be kind of stupid of the writers for him to have this whole arc of
And
like.
just forget it.
I think if it was Riku of his own volition,
Yeah.
I don't think
He
he would
purposely
be evil again.
What are your thoughts on Repliku being given Riku's memories against his will?
First of all, I think this is the first time it really shows how terrifying Naminé's powers can be. Yeah, we're gonna erase your memories and change everything about you.
Oh yeah, and Larxine's like, I'll get him.
Yeah, of course she does.
You arrive to Hollow Bastion, and when you first get there, Belle's being really rude to Beast to deter Beast from staying at the castle. Belle seems angry with him. Do you think she did it on purpose?
No.
You just thought she was really out of character?
I just thought she was really out of character, and I thought it was just really weird memory stuff happening. Like, potentially the characters were just, like, becoming less and less accurate to who they truly were because they were getting further along in the castle and Sora wasn't
That's
remembering
fair.
correctly.
That's a fair assumption. Belle was trying to keep Beast out to protect him from Maleficent. Was Belle doing the right thing by trying to keep him out of the castle?
She did what she believed was the best choice, even though it was hard.
Do you think Belle's position in this world reflects Naminé's by any chance?
I didn't think about that, but now I'm thinking about it. I mean,
she's
it
got-
seems like Naminé's been kidnapped or something nefarious.
They could have been reflecting it as Riku. Riku essentially kind of did the same thing that Belle did to Beast, like, get out.
Pretty much summed up why I love Beauty and the Beast as a story. It's
Yeah.
what's on the inside that
They still
counts. Yeah, it's what's on the inside that counts, that they still care about each other. And again, going from selfish to selfless.
You meet up with Riku, and he's all angsty again. He says you never cared about him or Naminé.
Clearly, Riku at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1 knew Sora cared about him and cared about him deeply.
Yes.
So that Riku would not be saying these things and not be doing those things.
Unless he potentially forgot.
Yeah, unless he forgot and became a whole new version of Riku.
How was the fight with Dark Riku? Any of his moves throw you off at all?
Not
The first
really
time?
his moves, just like how aggressive he is. I was
He's
like,
very aggressive.
Give me are you reloading any cards, dude? Like, calm down.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't get a hit in edgewise because he keeps
Yeah.
hitting me, dude.
So Sora is all mopey, and Donald and Goofy are kind of worried about Mickey, thinking he might be in danger. But in this moment, Jiminy is kind of like the voice of reason, and he reassures Sora that Riku probably just forgot his memories of how things ended up, and just forgot his redemption arc, I guess.
Yeah, that would make sense because his redemption arc was pretty recent.
It was pretty
So even though it's a very important key to his character, it could be gone because it happened so.
Castle. So in classic Pooh fashion, he's looking for his friends.
Yeah.
Was this world a nice reprieve from the rest of the game?
Absolutely, it was nice to just kind of go in a straight line and be like, just follow the path and find your friends, versus
find
trying to deal with that crazy map.
The second minigame is the floating to the top of the tree with the balloons bit. Was this better than the climbing?
Abso-freaking-lutely.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this one was so much easier to navigate.
Yeah.
It was still tricky, and I enjoyed that it was tricky, but it wasn't mind-numbingly infuriating.
Yeah, I noted at a point, and you're like, I like all these minigames better than Kingdom Hearts 1's. I think of all the Winnie the Pooh minigame sections, this might be my favorite world. Exiting Pooh's world, you find Riku again. He's upset. He doesn't really care to go back to Destiny Islands, nor does he really care to see any of those people again. Sora is kind of like, this guy's a kind of a piece of junk, and he wants to force him to remember all of his friends. And his idea was, I'm just going to smack him upside the head.
Yeah, maybe if I hit him hard enough, he'll remember.
Yeah. Okay, so the second version of the fight, how did that go?
It was definitely harder.
It was harder, yeah.
Because he was relentless the first time, but he was even more relentless this time. And
Yeah.
I was like, buddy, chill out.
I don't know if because you didn't fight or level up, that you didn't, that it was just harder
Yeah.
or whatnot.
I did think about that. I was like, I haven't leveled up.
After you beat Riku, Sora and him bicker again, even though they both want the same thing.
Yeah, again, something's not right about Riku.
Yeah, he's just off
Either
in this game.
either he's not Riku, or again, he forgot everything and is now back to evil Riku.
So you get a cutscene of Axel, and he's trying to guilt trip Naminé.
Well, he was like, how does it feel to have your two childhood best friends battling each other?
Yeah, exactly.
Like taunting her, basically.
Mm.
She hasn't said
She
anything.
hasn't said anything yet.
She's drawn a couple things, but she hasn't said anything.
Yeah.
She kind of scowled and like humphed at Axel.
Axel also utters a very cryptic piece of dialogue. He's like, there's always a bunch of nobodies wanting to be somebody. Do you think Axel's just trying to get under her skin?
I think it has a deeper meaning. Probably
Yeah.
don't know exactly what that meaning is. Organization X, they could be some of those people. Maybe they all started as nobodies wanting to become a somebody, and then they kind of ended up in this twisted organization.
Larxene antagonizes Naminé, and what does Repliku say to Larxene?
He's like, stop that. Whatever's upsetting you, I'm gonna deal with it. And the thing that's upsetting her is Sora. Fully brainwashed now, yeah.
What did Naminé do to Replica Riku?
Similar to what she's doing to Sora, but all at once instead of gradually.
Larxene mentions Naminé's abilities changed objects from memory and insists that Kairi's good luck charm would make Sora believe the lie more. What does Naminé insist about the memory of Kairi?
She insists that Sora would never truly forget Kairi because she described herself as just a shadow of Kairi. Because even if he remembers it as Naminé, the truth would be rooted in Kairi.
Now, why do you think Naminé said that she's the shadow of Kairi? Do you think that
Because
was
she's
like,
not actually Kairi.
just
The feelings that he has
for Naminé?
for Kairi
Oh, for Kairi.
will
right.
always be for Kairi. It'll just be a different face, if
Right.
that makes sense.
Yeah, okay, cool. In Atlantica, Sora and Co get real suspicious of Ariel when she's carrying her father's trident. Why did she do this?
Because Flounder was being held hostage by Ursula.
Ariel's trying to save Flounder's life by lending the Triton. Also, Sora has friends that are in trouble. Did Sora make the correct decision by allowing Ariel to give the Trident to Ursula?
I mean, yeah. I think Sora would have done the same thing.
Did you enjoy this version of the Ursula fight better than both of the Kingdom Hearts 1 Ursula fights?
Actually, I think I would say I'd like the second fight the best.
That's what
But
I
it was
thought.
definitely better than the first one because of the freaking camera.
Larxene and Axel seem to think Vexen's Riku failed. Is this the real Riku who's been manipulated? And if not, what do you think that means?
I have two theories here. It's Riku that went through Castle Oblivion and whose memories were manipulated so he only remembered him wanting the darkness.
Okay.
Theory 2, which I feel like is more plausible at this point, is that it was like a creation from Sora's memories and or the memories that Riku forgot, possibly.
Larxene and Axel rage bait Vexen, and Marluxia, the hooded man in the coat from the first floor.
Oh, mysterious. Marluxia?
You didn't know that's him.
Yeah, I got that.
He shows up. What is revealed here?
They're numbers. They're all numbers, and there's like a hierarchy.
Each
in
member
this
of the organization, has their own number.
Yeah, it could be the ranking. It could be different powers. Could be the order in which they joined the organization. But one is clearly in charge.
Yes, there is.
Because he said something like, one said that I'm in charge of this now, and any other going against him is going to be seen as treason.
So what do you think about Axel? Kind of, he's keeping track of traitors in his head.
I like Axel the most of all of these X people that I've seen. Still a dirtbag. Still wouldn't want to be friends with him, but I would trust him the most.
Okay.
Because he seems like he's out for himself, it seems like.
Yeah.
He doesn't care who he betrays and whose side he's on as long as he gets on top. But I do understand why is it Vexen?
Vexen, yeah.
Why they're picking on Vexen, because he seems like a prick and someone who easily gets offended.
Oh, absolutely.
So I would absolutely be pushing his buttons as well.
So Larxian and Axel mentioned that they don't have hearts. Do you think that was a literal statement or a figurative statement?
Knowing this franchise, it's probably literal.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe, I'm thinking, I kind of thought that maybe they just don't have, like, beautiful or pure hearts. They're, like, corrupted, maybe in some weird, like, hybrid situation where it's, like, they have a heart, but it's corrupted.
Marluxia makes Vexen mad, and it's implied that he's generally going to want to try to eliminate Sora now. And after that, Marluxia reminds Naminé of a promise she made to Sora. What
Sora
was...
made to Naminé.
Yes, my bad. Sora made to Naminé. What was that promise?
That he'd always keep her safe.
It's Naminé. That I'd keep her safe, no matter what.
Yeah. I personally believe this game's biggest flaw is that the further into the game you get, the longer the grind is. In Kingdom Hearts 1, you level up fairly consistently. This is not the case as you play more of Chain of Memories. Does that get annoying after a while?
Not annoying, just more like monotonous. I'm gonna grind for an hour and a half so I can do the 30 minutes of plot and then get the 2 minutes of lore at the end.
So you meet up with Peter Pan, and he tells Sora that he's looking for Wendy, who's been kidnapped. Very much kind of like Naminé. What's the plan to rescue Wendy?
Cause a distraction,
Just
and then get her out of there somehow.
Cause a vague distraction.
Yeah, there was
not really
not
a
a solid plan.
Do you think Sora will eventually rescue Naminé?
I mean, that's kind of like the whole reason he's here, right?
Yeah.
I think he'll at least get to her.
Wendy tells Peter she doesn't want to go back with him to Neverland, and Peter gets upset. Was he just mad, or was this out of character for Peter Pan?
No, this is very in character for Peter Pan. He finds anyone who'd want to go back to reality, like, foolish. His whole thing is, I don't want to grow up.
Vexen reunited Sora with Riku. Sora believes he's controlling Riku, and Sora really won't let that slide. Vexen wants to eliminate Sora, and Sora defends himself. How did that fight go for you?
Little trickier.
It was.
I felt like I was doing the right things, I just wasn't doing them in the right order, or
Yeah.
wasn't being quick enough with my switching to different
Yeah, it can be a little
cards.
jarring.
But I think I got it on the third try. Another thing about Vexen, though, he was like, "You owe me for reuniting you with
We have a
Riku.
debt. You have a debt.
You owe me a debt." And it's like, brother, I just met you.
Yeah.
What do you mean we have a debt?
Like, Vexen gives Sora a card from his memories that unlocks memories from the other side of his heart. What could this possibly mean?
It's either his happy memories that he forgot, or the trauma that he's suppressing.
Okay.
I think it's the latter.
It's technically set up, so it's a little, some of it's a little bit vague, but once you get to Kingdom Hearts 2, you'll be like, oh, this makes sense. Marluxia claims that Vexen tried to eliminate Sora, and thus committed a treasonous act against the organization. What happened next?
Axel disappeared because Marluxia was like, kill him.
Yes.
And then he said, okay.
He made like a vague comment, and Axel's like, what do you mean by that?
He's like, oh, I know what you mean by that, but can you explain it to
like-
me anyway?
It's like a woman saying, but I want to hear you say I'm pretty, you know?
Yeah.
I want to hear you say it.
Uh-huh. There was a coup, right? Like, he's probably part of the coup, and they
Yeah.
don't want him a part of the coup, or he could spill the beans, or he's not in on it, so they want him gone.
How does he have memories on the other side of his heart about a place like Twilight Town?
I don't know, maybe he had some sort of, like, trauma that he was suppressing. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not something you get a clear answer on in
Yeah.
this game. It's just something that they were like, oh, throw that in as they were writing Kingdom Hearts 2. They're like, this will be random.
Uh-huh.
So that's really it. Sora pulls out his good luck charm that belonged to Naminé and told everyone, Donald and Goofy, about the promise that he made to her on, you know, the stormy meteor shower night. What were your thoughts on that promise?
Seems very Sora, but again, like, suspicious.
What were your genuine thoughts about the atmosphere and vibe of Twilight Town?
It was cool. Kind of reminded me of Traverse Town a little bit. But I liked the music there. It was very cozy. I played that level at night, so I was kind of like,
A little bit tired, a little bit
I could
sleepy.
just go to sleep.
Sora shows up to the manor and meets Vexen. He goes out of his way to antagonize Sora and make Sora questions whether his memories of Naminé are more real than his memories of Twilight Town. Why do you think Vexen would say that?
I don't know. It almost seemed like he was trying to warn Sora of something. But it's like, well, why do you want to tell him? Why would you try to help him? It seems like they're trying to, like, manipulate him. But he's trying to warn him.
Changing Riku. And
he said, my Riku.
Yes.
And I was like, what, is he your kid? Like...
And that pisses off Sora, and you have your rematch with Vexen.
Brother.
Like your Riku?
I think it took a couple tries, like 2 or 3.
I think it was your second.
Again, I have pre-programmed slides that I just kind of spam and use. And then in times where my health is low and I can't, like, quickly get to my heal cards, I'll just, again, just keep wailing on him and hope for the best.
Had no healing, and it would have been a risk to heal, and you just kind of pushed through and got him.
Yep.
Yeah, so after defeating Vexen, he's like already in a really bad spot. He's like, well, I've been defeated. Time to just spill the beans on Marluxia's plan.
It's something about taking over the organization and using Sora to do so.
Yes.
Something about that, but not like
and
crazy.
Keep that part and then remember things that Larxene talks about later.
Oh. Hey, Axel.
Yeah, could Sora trying to save Naminé make him lose himself?
He literally is losing himself. Memories form who you are and what your reality is, and he's not. It feels weird that he's forgetting everything except Naminé.
But back to Vexen. Axel shows up before the entire plot is spoiled by Vexen and eliminates Vexen. Are you entertained?
Yes.
No! Please don't! I don't want to!
Goodbye.
Whoa! Brother just got Thanos snapped. But more violently.
He had it coming. He was a prick.
You were
but
like,
the man,
huh?
Thanos snapped him.
Oh, yeah.
He went, guess I have to get rid of you. And he was like, no, don't do it. And Axel literally goes.
He says, gotcha.
And, like, obliterates him in a ball of fire. Even Sora was like,
yeah.
Why were you fighting me if you could just do that to me the whole time?
So Axel made a statement that confused you. This is the second time that Axel has mentioned something along the lines about nobodies and insisted that Vexen would be better off if he was gone.
Like, they're heartless, but they're not. They're like some sort of weird in-between, maybe, or they channel.
Yeah.
They use the darkness in their heart for nefarious purposes, but they're not heartless. Something weird and funky is happening, and I don't know exactly what it is.
So y'all could just do that to each other?
Riku has the same memory of making a promise to Naminé on a night of a meteor shower, and Sora's like, that's my promise, sir. And Riku gets all like, nuh-uh. And then they fight again. Again. Not even for the last
like
time.
the third time. But yeah, very fishy. I don't know who's right in this moment, but I don't like it. My guess is that Riku's wrong, because again, he's just been off. He's like more weird Riku than like even like Dark Riku was. You will be eliminated, and like we fight him so many times.
Yeah.
How many times do you have to fight this man?
When you defeated Riku, he ran away, and he left his lucky charm behind.
Can you stop? Can we talk this out like men? Why do you keep running?
Sora gets upset at Donald and Goofy when they start asking questions about why both of you seem to be having the same memories at the same time. They're like, this is fishy. Something bigger is going on.
Yep. He's like, I don't have time to think. I need to go with my heart. And for once, I'm like, Sora, I love you committing to the bit.
Yeah.
But listen to Donald and Goofy. They're not saying stop. They're just saying sit and think a second. And he's like, no, you guys hate me. And you guys clearly don't support me. So I'm going to go by myself. And it's like, they didn't say any of that, but okay. It's okay if he's upset. Like, you shouldn't shame someone for having emotions. But he should have listened to the words that they were saying.
Axel lets Naminé go behind Marluxia's back, properly stopping the plan the organization had for Sora.
But in that moment, Axel became like a way cooler character to me. Well, I'm just saying, there's no one here who's going to stop you, and so then she takes the time to run.
Xeus tells Zexion that Vexen was defeated by Axel.
Yeah, they were like, whoa, Vexen couldn't defeat Sora. That's crazy. I can't believe Axel just, like, obliterated that guy. Our own ranks turning against each other. Well, we can't kill Sora. So, something about the superior needing him, and they're like, well, if we can't use the light, maybe we can use the darkness. Perhaps we can use Riku.
Riku sees he has one card left and ponders if he will defeat his darkness soon. Do you think he will?
I think he will for the most part. I don't think it'll be completely gone, but I think he'll at least learn to control it, or like realize that it doesn't define him.
Alright. When Sora first entered his homeworld of Destiny Islands, he completely forgot who his friends, or he didn't forget them, but he forgot what their names were.
Yep.
He was like, oh, my friends, and he just had to remember their names.
Yeah, it was literally his brain created a conversation between those three friends that said, oh, so-and-so, you're so silly. That's right, so-and-so and so-and-so are being real silly, aren't they?
Yeah.
And he was just
He's
like,
like,
oh,
"Oh,
yeah,
yeah."
that's your names.
Is it concerning that Sora doesn't even think about Kairi anymore?
Very. He literally said, oh, I'll find you. I'll do whatever it takes for me to find you. I love you. And had this like whole charm, which, by the way, disappeared all of a sudden and it suddenly became Nominee's charm.
You finally meet Nominee. How did that interaction go?
Yeah, there was like the one she created and then her true self, which I thought was
Yeah.
like a cool, it's almost like the angel and the devil type thing. When like the more faded true version of her showed up, it's like that's probably like when she got to him. Because she like
that
was
was, yeah.
escaping, and that's her being like, don't believe what you see. Yeah, the one she created was trying to be like, you know, come to me, you made this promise to me, you promised to protect me, we're friends. And then the real one was like, I made this up. This is not real. We were never friends.
Me? You wanted to see?
So Sora enters back into the castle and meets the real Nominee, flesh to flesh, I guess. And Nominee is about to explain what she did to Sora, and Riku shows up and is like, see, you're the fake. I'm the real protector of Nominee. And you have your fourth fight with Riku. How did that go?
I had demolished. Gotta fight this guy again.
Yeah, like, come on, man.
Brother.
Finally, are we done fighting this dude?
This is the card you get from him.
Riku Replica.
This is the confirmation.
Which I feel like I called at one point.
I think you did, yeah.
I was like, it's not, yeah. Again, why would there be a whole arc of him being like, I'm good now, guys.
Yeah.
I have a change of heart. Then
Just to go right back
full
into
180
it.
a week later being like, I am edgelord again. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Riku gets a good hit on Sora. He goes to the floor. And Nominee just... What does she do? She
Just tweaks him out.
hits the stop button. Larkson explains that Riku was a fake created by Vexen, and that Nominee is an evil little girl who manipulated Sora's memories. What are your thoughts on this whole interaction?
I was like, first of all, cool power. That would be
Specifically over memory.
super cool, but also very dangerous. But I don't think she's evil.
She's defined as a witch, but not in the evil
Larkstein
sense.
was just being
A witch.
rude. She was just being a witch and called her a witch.
Yeah, fair.
But she seemed to be like an innocent
You get the gist.
bystander and like just like a pawn in all this.
Larkstein knocks her the frick out.
Just fully backhands her.
Donald and Goofy rejoin with you. Are you glad that they showed back up?
Yes, I am.
Helped him in his time of
My
need?
boys are back. I think I wiped the floor with her. It felt so sad. She has a very punchable face, you guys. Her voice is annoying.
Do you think defeating Axel and Marluxia will be difficult?
I mean, probably. Chances are, yeah. But again, I kind of want Axel to become an ally to us because he's kind of cool.
You're like, that guy's cool.
Like, I'm sure we're gonna have to fight him still, but I
You're
think
gonna have to fight him.
I think he's gonna end up helping us out even more at some point, or turning on Marluxia.
Is the organization's plan exactly with Sora?
They were trying to like take control of his memories and rework him so they can make him like a puppet.
Yeah.
Kind of like what we thought they did with Riku in the other theory, where they kind of like rearranged his memories.
Yeah.
So they were trying to do that with Sora.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, it probably took longer than expected. And Nominee being like, oopsie, my bad, I actually made up a lot of stuff. Like, permanently kiboshed that plan.
Yeah.
So they're like, plan B, he must be destroyed.
The Axel specifically letting Nominee go is what botched it.
And her being like, hey, these are false memories.
Yeah.
Broke the illusion. Maybe they're trying to use Sora for their coup, perhaps.
That's I think the takeaway.
I
Is
see,
that's-
I see. The little charm that he said was Nominee's
Oh, yeah.
faded back into Kairi's. I was like, I knew it.
Mm-hmm.
In the back of my mind, I was like, there's no way that she has two. There's no way that it got replaced. It's got to be like an illusion or something. I think they just said, oh, we'll be friends. And it's going to be okay because we're friends.
Hey, Goofy.
And we'll never forget each other, right?
Goofy made like a, oh, we just need to make like a super duper good promise.
Yeah, they said if we make a promise, then our memories can't ever go away, right?
Did Sora remember Kairi when he looked at the good luck charm?
Who's most important?
No, I think he remembered. He didn't remember who she was, but he remembered she existed, if that makes sense.
Is it a surprise that Axel wants to eliminate Marluxia now?
Nah, he seemed like he didn't like him from the beginning. He basically, like, self-sabotaged the coup, but I don't think he ever was a part of the coup. He was kind of like a double agent.
Yeah.
So he just kind of did that to prove that they were all traitors.
Axel was trying to defeat Marluxia, and Marluxia sees Sora coming. Did Marluxia use Naminé as a shield on purpose to antagonize Sora against Axel?
Yeah, but then it kind of backfired. Yeah, and Axel was like, bro, I don't care. He didn't seem fazed by it.
So Sora doesn't really like any of the organization members at this point, and now Sora aims to take out both Axel and Marluxia. How did that second Axel fight go for you?
I think it took me a couple tries, but...
I think so. I did think about going, oh, I'm going to let her go in with fire and just be like, oh, that was dumb. Then I'm like, that's just going to waste her time.
I appreciate you telling me that because I would have been, like, upset. Not at you, but just generally upset. There was skill required, but it wasn't like...
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's so hard. Yeah, I had a strategy, and I just had to stick to that strategy. I would say I hope he comes back. He's the only one of the organization where I was like, you know what? You're kind of a cool character.
Yeah.
Again, thought he was a total dirtbag in the beginning, but
Yeah,
then...
you did not like him.
I did not like him in the beginning.
You finally fight Marluxia.
I wanted to die.
You wanted to die.
Yeah. That was one of those games I hit the same point in Kingdom Hearts 1 where I was like, this isn't fun anymore. Yeah, but it was still annoying.
Whereas, like, the thing that was annoying was Marluxia would use a slight, and he would take half your health if you didn't counter it.
The card thing is really annoying.
Yeah.
Because instead of focusing on, like, you know, the strategy of, okay, do I hit him, do I dodge, do I whatever?
Yeah, that's not, in this game, it's
all
just
a
the
numbers
cards.
game, and it's annoying because I'm not paying attention to what cards he has. I'm paying attention to what cards I have and what are the most powerful attacks, and just kind of hoping that it's more than what he's got.
So this version of Marluxia you defeated was just an illusion of the real one.
Man had a simulacrum.
He did. How did that make you feel knowing you defeated a copy?
Scared at first, and then I was like, why is the copy worse than the actual boss?
Because he had 2 more fights, and the first one wasn't hard as much as it was just annoying. But
yeah, the man wouldn't come near me. I was like, dude, he's so used to using his little copy that he's too chicken to get up into people's faces. I'm like, dude, get down here. I couldn't even log on to him. He was so far away.
Get your butt over here, go.
He's pretty straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
Hit his little praying mantis hands.
His little hands, little scythe hands.
Yeah, little scythe hands, and then just hit his body when he gets close.
Finally, you made it to the final Marluxia.
It was tricky because he had like the broken moves that would like scatter all your cards or like instantly kill you if you didn't match all the cards.
Yeah.
But once you know that, it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
He's stationary, which is nice, so things like Cloud and like Blitz still work. Then there was the random laser thing, which I was like, hello?
Which, again, it's very normal for a boss to have, like, what we call a desperation move, which we just say DM. And the desperation move is supposed to be like, oh, this is the big hard attack, but 90% of the time in these games you can dodge it or block it. Like Kingdom Hearts 1, you learn to dodge roll a lot of the Ansem attacks.
But you can't dodge it. You're stuck there, which is annoying.
And it's like, oh, good. The move that... It took like 2/3 of your health in seconds, and you really couldn't do anything, and you used all your zeros, and it was like, oh, I hope she doesn't die again, because that would be annoying.
Yes,
it
would have been.
But Sora seals the room Marluxia was in closed. Sora says his goodbyes to Replica Riku. Do you think it meant something for Sora to let Riku Replica look after Naminé? Like, before you went into the fight, Sora's like, oh, you can watch him. Or watch her.
Yeah, I think it... Because again, Sora knew that it wasn't real, but to Riku, or Replica Riku, it was.
It was, yeah.
Literally the reason he was made.
Yeah.
And Sora knew that he's like, I got other people. I know there's other people out there. I can't remember them at the moment, but I know there's other people out there.
Yeah.
So, and also that way Naminé would have someone to keep her company, because her existence prior to this was very lonely, it seemed like.
Naminé says she can put Sora back together along with his friends, but she will have to make them forget about the entire castle. If you were in Sora's position, would you have given up all the memories you made at Castle Oblivion?
I would have made the choice that Sora made.
Yeah.
Because again, you know that all of this is... It feels real to you, but you know logically it's not. But yeah, logically it's not, so... It makes more sense to forget the fake and remember the real.
I don't think she was trying to be manipulative, but she's like, oh.
It came across that way.
That
was on the writers, not the performance at all, I think.
Yeah.
I think the voice actress played it the right way.
She played it right, yeah. Yeah, Tetsuya Nomura, the writer-director of the series, is very much George Lucas. Not very good at storytelling, very good at character, not good at writing dialogue, and then you gotta remember it was also translated back into English, which also doesn't help. Naminé seems sad that she will be alone again. How does that make you feel?
Makes me feel bad for the girl. I'm sure she's a good person. Promise thing's a little cheesy, but like, I get it.
It's one of those things where, you know, Kingdom Hearts is always trying to be like, well, it is about friendship. Yeah, I guess it could be kind of cheesy. Well, it's like, oh, well, even though I'm gonna put you back the way you were and you forget, like, oh, well, the promise will still be in there. It's like, I guess it could come across as a little bit cheesy, but I think in the moment,
the sentiment is sweet.
Sora was
Still
trying to be
cheesy.
sweet, yeah.
He was there, he was like, it's okay, I'm gonna put a note in my journal to be like, thank Naminé. The journal was erased when they got there.
Yeah.
And so assuming the same thing's gonna happen, I'm thinking the note's gonna go away too.
But with our promise, I can come back.
A promise is a promise.
Riku is stopped by Lexius, who isn't impressed by Riku not using his darkness. So he's like, I'm just gonna stop you, because that's the kind of plot we get on the Riku side.
Yeah.
I don't like you very much.
I don't like you, so I'm gonna fight you. Did I beat him first try?
Second try.
Second try, that's right.
Which, that seems to be a theme. The game is a little bit dumb, and then the second time you fry him.
Yeah. Because, like, the first time I'll get, like, maybe one duel and maybe one good hit in. Then the second time it'll be like, you get all the duels. All of the darkness power up.
Most of the time, he makes himself stronger.
Yeah.
So if you interrupt that, he just was useless. So that's why you beat him the second time. Then after you defeat Lexius, Riku gives into Ansem for a moment.
He came along and was like, Ansem, stop it. And then Riku was like, whoa, that was weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks, Mickey.
That happens a lot in Riku's story towards the end.
It's very, like, repetitive.
Oh no, and once again, getting defeated by the darkness or the light.
It's also funny because, like, I will absolutely, like, destroy the villain, and then 2 seconds later in the cutscene, he gets, like, thrown up against the ceiling or drop-kicked feet away.
That's video game logic. You're like, no, I did that so easy, and then in the cutscene, the character's like, oh, you almost defeat, and you're like, no, it wasn't close.
It wasn't even close.
It wasn't even close. What does Lexius mean when he says something along the lines of, like, you really are the superiors? I think that's what he said.
Yeah, like you belong to the superior or something like that. I was like, that's weird.
It's a smell thing, and I think in this case it's referencing, like, oh yeah, you smell like Ansem. Alright, Axel is revealed to not have been deceased. What are your thoughts on Axel not really being gone?
I'm very excited. I was like, that's so Axel to just fake his own death. And I'm very excited to see how he shows up in future games. I hope he shows up in future games.
Axel tells Zexion, or what he needs to do to take out Riku. Zexion reveals he isn't a very physical fighter and tries to kind of bait Riku into the Destiny Islands, hoping he can, like, throw him off.
Like the nerd trying to take on the fighter.
Riku used to want to leave Destiny Island so bad, you know, the plot of Kingdom Hearts 1. Do you think his arc, has he come a long way as a person?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I'd do anything to get off this island. And he was very emo about it. He was like,
he really was.
It sucks here, I want to leave.
Yeah.
But then he comes back and he's like, wow, I'm kind of like relieved to be back here. You know, it's home.
Riku finds Kairi, and he was about to ask, like, are you real? And then what happened to her?
I'm pretty sure she just disappeared again.
Just disappears like that. And then Zexion appears and is like, well, Riku, nobody likes you, and you ditched all your friends.
Yeah, and he's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
You were posing as my friend's dummy.
You did this to yourself. You went on this dark path, and now you don't have any friends. Sora shows up.
Which is actually Zexian.
But in the moment, do you think Riku would have thought that might have actually been Riku or Sora?
Yeah, I thought he was actually Sora, but then like he started acting weird, then I think he got suspicious. Because he called him out, he was like, "You're not Sora, stupid."
Eliminate him with light. He kept
Yeah.
shooting him with light beams instead of being taken up by Ansem. He kind of like fades into the light.
Yeah, I think, Naminé was disguising herself as Kairi in order to sneakily give Riku information. I think she was just using Kairi as like a disguise.
Okay.
Like a way to fit into the world that wouldn't was it Zexian saw her there. I think it would cause a lot of alarms. Be like, what are you doing? Why aren't you doing what you're supposed to be doing? But she was just using it as kind of like a way to still fit in the world, but help him out. And again, I think it was coming from a more reliable source, too.
Yes.
Because if Naminé showed up, he'd be like, who are you? Why should I listen to you?
Right.
Versus,
he hasn't met her yet.
Versus Kairi, who he knows and trusts, and Naminé knows that.
And he attacks Sora, which is then revealed to be Zexian.
Yep.
And now you fight Zexian. How did that fight go?
He was just tricky because he kept stealing your cards. He was a little punk.
Which fits with his character.
Yeah. Little punk.
But I think he only got off that really annoying move where he literally steals all of your cards like once.
Yeah. And then he multiplies in some places, so you don't know which one's the real one. That was really the gimmick. Once you get the gimmick, I think it's fine.
You were always terrified of the dark before.
Not anymore!
Top tier writing.
He runs away and he turns and he sees Axel and Riku and he's like, ah! And he's like, oh, I know, that's Replica Riku.
Yeah.
And what happens next?
Axel offs him via Riku. He's like, don't you want to be real? Don't you want to be your own person?
Yeah. You don't need the real Riku. You can be your own person. All you have to do is all you have to do is
He's unalive this time.
All you have to do is grab him. Just Alright, Ansem has a hold on Riku's heart when you enter back into the castle. And Mickey gives Riku some light, and now Mickey is physically there. How does Riku react to that?
He's very happy. He's very relieved. Kind of shocked, but he's like, I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth.
He has had 0 positive figures except for the villains.
Yeah, he's had no comforting physical presence.
And
it's like a relief and kind of gets overwhelmed for a second.
And then you have this whole incident with Zexian where all of his friends are disappearing, and then Sora's like, nah, I hate you, you're not my friend.
Yeah.
And that's Zexian playing a trick on him.
Oh, yeah.
And now he finally has a person with him, and it's like, wow, that's cool. So an imposter shows up pretending to be Ansem when Riku enters the world. Who is this person?
Diz.
Diz. Some dude named Diz wearing...
Such a silly name.
Why do I recognize the voice?
So Replica Riku shows up, and he has some awkward dialogue.
The most awkward dialogue thus far. You're me. No, I'm me.
I'm me, he says. You actually put your head back and were like, this
You're kidding me.
is bad.
I thought saying the darkness every 2 seconds was bad. Nope, this is worse.
I'm me, he says. And he thought eliminating Riku would, he thought that power would make him happy. Now he's like, if I defeat Riku, I'll be happy. So he's now coming after Riku one final time.
Yep.
How did that fight go?
Is that the one I did on the first try?
You not only did it on the first try, but you mopped the floor with him. He's like, I'm so powerful, and you were over leveled. You're level 50 walking into this fight, which is probably
not normal.
No.
Went good. Mop the floor with him.
What are your thoughts on Replica Riku's death scene?
Little cheesy, but still poignant. It was like, I wonder where a created soul like me goes. It's kind of sad to him contemplating his existence as he's dying, but it was sweet that Riku, the real Riku actually, kind of showed him some dignity and peace at the end.
So Riku finds Naminé with Sora's sleep pod. She tells Riku he has a choice to make as well. He can either get rid of his darkness and or sacrifice some of his memories, or he can face his darkness.
He's like, I want to tell Sarah off. But yeah, I think he just ultimately chose to face it because he's like, I'm tired of running from it. I don't want to be living in fear my whole life.
Now you exit back into the castle. Diz gives Riku a cloak.
Protects you from being seen or smelled of darkness.
Helps you also, it stops you from being consumed by darkness.
Basically, I can either support you or I can be against you, and that's your choice. Interested to see where that goes.
Mickey promises to do what if Riku is beaten and or enslaved by Ansem again.
To help him, to free him, to do whatever it takes to get him out of there.
Except for destroying him. Riku
Yep.
was like, please destroy, I will help you, Riku. Mickey's
Which honestly
awesome guy.
fair.
Ansem is confused why Riku accepts darkness and rejects him. Why does Riku do this?
Because the darkness itself isn't necessarily bad, but people use it for bad things.
Yeah.
And Ansem is the baddest of them all. He's like obsessed with it, obsessed with the power, obsessed with what it can do. Literally a mad scientist.
If 2 + 2 is 4, he's just gonna do the same thing again.
Yeah. You know, fool me once.
Yeah.
Fool me twice. It's like Riku's body was kind of shot.
Yeah.
Ansem's body's shot.
Exactly.
They have physical presences
Yeah.
in Castle Oblivion.
How was the fight with Ansem? You beat this on your second attempt.
Again, the second time it was much better. Like, I got a lot more duels. I got a lot better hits. I don't know what it is about the second time's a charm. It's just a lot of gameplay.
Which leads into the next question. Now that you're done with the game, what do you feel about card gameplay? Final thoughts.
I'm excited to not have it again.
Yay. Ansem insists he will come back someday. Do you think he has real reason to come back?
Probably like Palpatine. He's probably got clones of himself somewhere, locked in a closet. Somehow Ansem
Palpatine
returned.
came back. The way the game, at least...
Or like Voldemort with the Horcruxes.
Yes.
He's got like parts of
got some
himself
parts
stored
of
away
his soul.
somewhere.
Riku is lost in a dark void and is saved by Mickey Mouse for the final time. What are your thoughts on Mickey saving Riku yet again?
I like their dynamic. It's very fun. And I like how he was like, you can call me Mickey.
Yeah.
You don't have to call me Your Majesty anymore.
Yeah.
I was like, that's wholesome. They're buddies. And I feel like it's fitting that the guy who was an emo and has all this trauma and just dealing with
It was Mickey Mouse.
is best friends with Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
They balance each other out well in that way, I think.
At the very end, Riku exits the castle. Diz asks Riku whether or not he will walk the path of light or dark. What path does Riku choose?
The in-between.
So when he walks past Diz asks him like something. He kind of implies, it's like, oh, the path between, like, it's like the road from twilight to night or something. He's like, nah, brah, like, because I guess he kind of
It's the
implying,
dawn.
he's like implying like, oh, the darkness will take you or something. And he's like, no, bro, like this is the redemption arc.
Yeah. And again, when you have a light and dark story, there's inevitably going to be some balance. Darkness is not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
But people can use it for bad things.
When you saw the new cast of characters in Twilight Town, as well as Axel dragging a blonde kid away, what were your initial reactions to this ending?
Oh, they're in Twilight Town. Oh, look, there's Axel. Oh, wait, there's some new people. Wonder what's happening there.
And then he drags them to the top of a clock tower and they have ice cream together.
Yeah. That's a little weird. Wonder where that's gonna go.
Yeah.
I did it!